proof, there's nothing you can say, because go to court if you can't prove it. If you can't prove it, that's it. But is there any politician in this country that has not involved or engaged in rigging? That's a very big question that needs an answer. But then rigging is the worst coup. I think people have described it as using a democratic way of plotting a coup. Men in Agbada and Etibo and what's the other one? Isiagu and the rest of them. Still conduct the coup democratically. Basically what they are trying to say. Monarch, 1,800 killed in Southeast in 2 years, Amnesty International. Customs in Port Harcourt collects 247 billion naira January to October. All of those headlines are on the Vanguard. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. Any of those numbers to get through to us. Hello, good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
All right, good morning.
Yes, my name is J.A.J. from Rumigo.
Okay.
Andrew, you said relief in your news, relief has come the way of Oyibo people who complain that they want to protest. And right now they are getting relief material. Obiakpo is also getting and Gokana. I think something should be corrected here. That is because of the threat that they made that the government is now responding to them. The last time I checked, Gokana didn't make any threat. Obiakpo didn't make any threat. It shows how listening the government of Kubara has been. It shows that they take everybody as same. That is why he has to respond. I don't think that threat is something that will make any government to want to do things that they ought to do. So the threat shouldn't be taken as something that is what made the government to react to them. And the Akpo Consultative Forum calling on the government to speed up the Bodaya and some other projects, I think it's like they forgot that there was a 6-month emergency and there's nothing anybody could do as at that time, even though they didn't urge the administrator then to speed up this whole thing. And for the height of the bridge that they talked about, engineering process and drawing and all those are taking care of that. For the Shoba Bridge, I think that's the federal one that they can also channel their complaints to the federal government. I want to join people that life there should be supplied to both passengers so that casualties doesn't happen when anything.
All right, JJ. Thank you very much. All right, quickly, a message on WhatsApp said, Andrew, the Sambisa Forest is a vast forest that covers almost 5 states and Niger and Chad, Ogo, and Justice. Now, this is what you don't get. When in the context of talking of the aerial strikes, right? If you like it or not, it will be easier to conduct aerial strikes in the Sambisa Forest than it would be to conduct aerial strikes in the mangrove that we have here. I was trying to talk about the thickness of it because of the difference in the regions. I'm trying to explain to you the thickness of it. If someone runs into the mangrove here, now, it's quite difficult to conduct that. Aerial strike would be, not because you can't do it, but the difficulty would be more if you were trying to do it here than it is. I'm not a professional, but from a geographical standpoint is what I'm saying. 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002. We're not talking the landmass of the forest or where it covers or how long it is. We're trying to talk about how thick it is. Good morning.
Good morning, JJ.
This is Ifeemi Andrew.
Sorry. Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome. What's your name, please?
I was carried by the spirit of what is good.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. In fact, please, sometimes when somebody wants to make comments, I just want to bring this to your notice. Let him go straight to his point and leave this issue off.
But you are not going straight to your point now. You are guilty of what you are preaching. Go on.
We have complained that our place is flooded, that they know it very well. We have sent series of pictures, and we are complaining because the Bible said, if you don't make noise, people will not know that you are there. God knows that He will give you the grace, and He said you should ask, and that's why we are saying, please, that you should stop complaining about Oyibo. We are complaining about this thing. Our government have had our voice. They should come to our aid. That is just the whole message.
All right.
They want to deliver.
Thank you.
Secondly, I want to talk about the issue of these politicians rigging. Yes, it is a real coup in democratic nature. Because when you want to unseat somebody by force, it is coup. They should change their lifestyle and do it better so that we all will live in this country, because this country is a rich country. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. However, I keep asking, I don't know why people are not pressuring their council chairmen with all these problems. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, the very distinguished female. How are you doing this morning?
Very fine, thank you. Go on, please.
Yes, argument the very distinguished temple. Okay. I think I want to say that it's a very good and commendable one after the threat regarding what Oyibo people, my people whom are facing in regards of flash flood. And most of this flash flood is as a result of non-proper drainages, and as a result of wrong construction of most of these our roads. It wasn't this bad, but thank God for the government of His Excellency for promising to send the relief material. I think I will say it's indeed a welcome one. But I will continue to say it. The Oyibo local government chairman, Mr. Chairman, sir, Oyibo is also your people. You need to do something. You need to organize, constitute your own, committee. You need to also send your own relief material to your people. And it shouldn't be all about this sending relief materials. There should be lasting solution to this menace. If properly handled, Oyibo can get over this flash flood. And the very distinguished me, one of your story this morning, that those with rape cases or harassment and whatever doesn't need money for their case to be attended to. In Nigeria, for Nigerian police, that even before they get to the person's place or they lead an arrest, you will pay for the fuel, you will pay for this, you will pay for that, even you will pay for their snacks. Even before the matter will be taken to court, they have even finished extorting you. Is police aware of this statement this morning? Or have they sent the audio clip to the various police stations and the commands, even to the headquarters? Are they aware that they are not supposed to collect money from people? Because the people that are involved, the police have dealt with them. And Mr. President, this witch hunt is not a good one. What happened to Yahya Bello? Those that have an issue of corrupt cases before they defected to the APC, like people like Senate President Godswill Akpabio, define the cover of Delta State. How far have the EFCC gone against their own matter? This issue of witch hunt is not a good one, and it's not helping the EFCC.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning.
Yep, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Chima Dika. I'm talking to you from Rumukuta.
Yep.
Trying to manipulate the temple of justice is an aberration that can even lead to an abomination. I'm talking about a judge that is saying that I gave a contemporary judgment, conflicting one that is running parallel at the same time. That judge that has been summoned by the MGSC to become through Wike and his own people in the PDP. You can imagine when the court that we have already said is a hope for the common man, for the oppressed, and somebody will sit down somewhere because you have the immunity to pass judgment and nobody's going to hold you. And you give a complete judgment knowing that the court that you're giving judgment against is of the same jurisdiction. What other than that is going to be to an appeal court. But meanwhile, in as much as they have refused to understand the ones that have gone to that place, the appeal court will still nullify those things. We understand. But the reason why there has been petition is so that maybe other judges are going to learn, and so that the temple of justice will be held accountable in no matter what they are doing. Then for those of them talking about reading, he said, tell me, this is one of the reasons why our country was designated by a foreign president. Because those that we call our leaders keep demanding us. Anybody lost election in Nigeria. The moment you lose, it is rigging. The moment you lose, it is rigging. Is it because they brought all these languages for you to use? Now,
right.
This is that they have not even done the election. The other thing of rigging is this, rigging is that. If another president will come from Africa as they did in, what they call in this country. Is it Russia? Have you what? To say APC and PG, they are terrorist group. These are the things they are talking about.
All right.
What I'm saying is that if you lose, you go to court or you stay. Don't be shouting up and down over the radio or whatever.
All right, Chima, thank you. But people that say it's rigging is not because they lost. It's because of what they saw and with how the process was carried out. That is why they say it is rigging, not because they lost. I don't think there's anyone that that knows that he lost fairly and squarely that would then say he lost. That's number one. Number two, I also believe firmly that you have not run for any election before. I have not ran for any election before. When we stand on this side and argue rigging or not, it's because of the process that we know and we can see. However, for them who are inside the process, they can argue from the perspective of the process, number one, and also argue from the perspective of the knowledge they have from being part of the process. That's where they get the upper hand. So if they come out and say rigging, I can't argue too much with them because they are part of the process. They have contested, they are contesting elections, they are going through, so they know what they see when they are doing. So technically, they have superior knowledge in that area. So we can't argue with them if they say rigging. However, the option of going to court is there to go and prove that what you saw during the process was actually rigging, or what you experienced actually is rigging. That's where we are. One more call. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, Andrew. Hear me?
Yeah.
This calling from Yenagoa.
Okay, go on.
The founding of this very terrorist, my brother, my stomach is filled with joy. They should continue to give them this way. Don't give them breathing space. Continue. It is motivated by Donald Trump child. It is none of my business. The truth of the matter, these killers must be stopped completely, Andrew. These guys have caused a lot of damage in this country. Whether it is Sambisa Forest, whether it is inside the fishing, wherever they are hiding, the military should go all out, continue to smoke them out. And for the people matter, the funny thing here, these are people that are shouting, we want to take over government, rule of law, one party, state system, and all the rest. But you don't even obey your own party constitution. I'm not talking about the Electoral Act. I'm not talking about Nigerian 1999 constitution. The PDP constitution that binds you and I to say if you do this happen. You want to use internal party affairs to cover up. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court judgment states clearly that once you go against your own party constitution, this is what will happen to you. But as long as you obey your party constitution, no court has the power. Then you went to your court that does not have power over INEC, which is a national institution. So, I don't know, expertly order, how? These people should just wake up from their slumber and you're shouting, all right. Is this how you take over? Thank you.
Thank you. This person says, good morning, Ifeami. EFCC declared ex-Bayelsa State Governor wanted. It's laughable because ex-Kogi State Governor was wanted too, and he's busy marrying, while EFCC said they are not aware. Security agencies function with the APC government. They want to fight someone who exposes their selfish acts. Solomon Salmon from Ajipe State. That's from you. Another one says, good morning, Ifeami. Rigging is not just a coup nor a rape to democracy, but it's in our culture. In one way or the other, every one of us have perfected or aided rigging. And there is beef. To more messages. Mr. Forest is vast. It covers, okay, I think I took that already. Yes, it is really vast, but then there's the Nigerian part of it. If we're going to do anything outside the Nigerian part of it, we'll collab with Niger and Chad to do that. But the point I'm making is the Sambisa forest is not as thick as the rainforest or the mangrove, right? So it might be slightly easier to conduct aerial strikes and bombardments in those areas before you have men on the ground troops moving to do, finishing touches to the work. But so the point I'm making is it's possible that our armies, military men have been doing the best that they can. And they should continue. People just want to see evidence. That's all. Apart from liability, what's this? No, I can't take that on now. This one says, EFCC declared to me Silva wanted. No king reigns forever. Those thinking they are untouchable now should know tomorrow is pregnant. He should come and face his warrant. Aboyo Kingsley from Rumo Kuta. And another one here says, declaring former Governor Temipri Silva wanted by EFCC at present is medicine after death. Temipri Silva resigned as Junior Minister of Petroleum and contested governorship election in Bayelsa State. Where was EFCC all of those times? That's a question from Onate Clinton West. All right, thank you, guys. We have to go for a quick commercial now. Good morning.
My people, dem say monkey smart. Now because 3 near 3 ngwa drag chair.